Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Probably one of the final ones of 2021 as the weather starts to really turn. It's pretty obvious that attention is now being drawn towards 2022. A lot of people making their videos and talking about what their plans are for next year, so I figure it's about time I made my own. And so with the crunch of the leaves beneath me and the wind around me, you probably can't hear a lot, but I'll do my very best to articulate what my plans are for 2022 and the peak race. 2021 has been the most amazing year for me. From January, that training block, through to North Downs Way, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I started really strong. Now towards the end of the year it's kind of just completely tailed off. New baby, all those sorts of things, and really I'm kind of ending the year short. But I did what I could, and I'm looking forward to starting afresh, new chapter, new beginnings. And when I contemplated what I want to do for 2022, a bit of a no-brainer. And I made this decision probably about 2 months ago, and ever since I've been really excited to share it with people, but was waiting for the right opportunity to do so. Some of you may have guessed it already, but I'm returning to a race that was my favourite race of this year, and was my peak race this year. A place where I can get myself another one of these, the North Downs Way 50. It was absolutely phenomenal. My experience was beyond words, and I can talk a bit in a bit more detail about as to why I returned to this race in just a moment. But ultimately I thought about where I had the most fun, and I decided that I wanted to replicate that again. And at the end of the day, you know, sometimes we have enjoyable races, sometimes we don't. There's a certain race I'll never return to, but this one is one I just had to. It was a no-brainer. Some might argue I did it once, why would I do it again? Well, the idea of doing it the first time was just to complete it within the time frame, and I did so. Now, did I do it in the way I wanted to? Absolutely not. I had a pretty decent training block, enough to complete the distance, but certainly not enough to do myself proud. I'll talk time goals in another video, and I'll talk all of that stuff in terms of the specifics as to what I want to achieve in the race. But for me, it's about kind of answering that demon and about returning to the place where I felt like I didn't do the job I wanted to do. I may well have demonstrated to myself some things that I never thought I could, and certainly the achievements were beyond my greatest expectations, and they were kind of dreams and goals that I didn't think I'd actually be able to necessarily achieve in this small time frame in my running career. But I knew that mentally I was in a really good place, and physically I just wasn't able to come up with the goods. So next time round, different training block, and we'll talk about that. Different time goal, and we'll talk about that. Different strategy, I'll talk about that as well. So lots of things to share, but I wanted to just announce and put things out there that North Downs Way 2022, I'm going to be a part of that event. And if you are as well, I'd love to hear from you below. And if you're not, then I'd love to. 2022, now things are kind of starting to, I don't know, open up a little bit more, even though the pandemic is still around. Go out some runs with some people on here, and just have a great time. So I'd love to share in your training block. I'd like you to share in mine as well. Of course, I also want to know what your 2022 race is going to be. Is it a peak race? Is it a dream race? Is it a, I don't know, is it something that you're digging deep to have to complete? I want to hear from you, because this community has given so much to me. I'd like to be able to give back if I can. So please do share down below also, if you want to. If you're not waiting to make an announcement video yourself, what are you up to in 2022?